Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nakita niyo yung mga kapatid, itong nilibing ngayon, ito ay di ko nagkakamali, ito sa Madina Munawara na may nilibing. Halos nagtatakbuhan ang mga tao. Yung may pinapasaan, yun ang namatay, yung pinapasaan. At yung mga taong sumusunod, nakita nyo, iba-ibang lahi. May mga Asian, may mga African.
Tuba. Turun ba? Ito na siya. So ihatid na po namin. So ngayon, alhamdulillah. So marami pong nakaabang dito na magsasala na po sa kanya. Nakaabang na pala yun. Yan. Di ka pake? Hindi tagatang ko. Sige ko di ka pake. Hindi lahat to. Mashallah. Yan. Sa bali ipinasok siya diyan sa ganyan po. Yan, ganyan pong tamang pamamaraan ng paglibing, mga kapatid ha. So ilalagay siya doon banda, paharapin po sa kibla. Pagkatapos ay magkuha ng mga kahoy o kaya bato para iharang doon.
Yung putik.
So ganyan pong paraan. So itong mga bato na yan nakukunin, so iharang doon kasi nandun yung kanyang labi. Then ganyan pong paraan, ganyan po dapat.
Musika hada, haram. Nos.
Yan po, yung mga putik. Yan o. So yung pagpunta mo lang dito kapatid, may gantimpala ka na agad isang bundok. Yan. Kamay muna. Yan. So kukuha ko ng kamay para makatabon din ako dito. Kuha rin ako ng kamay. Ganyan po dapat ang unahin gagawin natin ha. Tapunan muna natin gamit ang ating kamay bago natin tambakan.
Allah yaghfir lah, Allah yaghfir lah. Allahumma thabbithu bil qawl ats-tsabit.
Allahumma thabbithu bil qawl
ats-tsabit.
Alhamdulillah. So maraming salamat sa lahat ng nanalangin sa kanya. Naway gantimpalaan tayo lahat ng Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So ngayon lalagyan ng tubig para wala lang po, yan lang. Wiwisikan lang po. Tatalsikan lang po. Ganyan po. Kunti-kunti lang yan. Ganyan po mga dapat na ginagawa natin sa paglibing ha. So ito ay mga aral po sa inyo para po makita niyo po live mismo kung paano po ginagawa ang paraan ng paglilibing sa Islam. Yan po dapat. At bawal pong simintuhin. Lahat po yan ay lupa lang at buhangin. So lahat tayo ay dito ang ating huling hantungan. So inuulit po namin, nakikiramay po kami sa
May mga Arabo sumusunod sa nilibing. Hindi ko lang alam yung nilibing Arabo ba yun or Afrikano ba. Pero ganun ang mga Muslim. Sa panahon mayroong ililibing, ang lahat ng mga Muslim, kamag-anak man siya o hindi kamag-anak, kung kaya niyang susunod siya sa yung pinapasaan na patay at nililibing. Dahil po sa amin pong paniniwala, sa pagsala lang, dasalan kasi yung patay. Pag nakatayo ka lang na nakapagdasal ikaw kasama sa nagdasal sa patay, you get rewarded as big as Ohod. Mount Ohod ang iyong reward. Isang gitawag na kirat. Pag ikaw ay nakasama ikaw sa pagdasal sa namatay. And another reward naman, pag ikaw ay nakasama sa paglibing sa namatay. So yung mga sumasama dyan, kahit hindi sila kalahi o kahit hindi sila katribo, kamag-anak, sumasama dahil yun po, dahil sa utos ng Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sa reward po, gantimpala sa mga taong nakikiramay, nakikisama sa iyong namatayan. Okay? At nakita mo yung klaseng libingan, ng mga libingan sa mga Muslim, mga kapatid. Walang mga marka-marka na para makilala siya, ganito. Walang building, walang yung iba pa dyan tanong, mausoleum, ano pa yan? Wala sa Islam yun. Kahit man lang yung simento, hollow blocks, wala. Ang mayroon lang bato, yung bato ni nilalagay sa uluhan, ito ay tanda nga doon siya, ang ulo niya ay nandoon. At bawal din apakan ang mga libing, yung mga kapatid. Ang pagkamatay at ang paglibing ito ni King Abdullah of Saudi Arabia. Alam natin ang yaman-yaman nila. Pero tingnan mo, sa huling hantungan, yung Biblia kay Hesus Kristo, hindi siya basal mo, wala siya imbalsa mo si Hesus Kristo at binalot lang sa tela. Yun din ang mga Muslim. Kung titingnan mo, walang pagkakaiba. Walang lagyan na ng cross. Wala. Kahit sa libingan ni Kristo, wala kang makita na cross. Kung yung hindi kami naniwala na namatay si Hesus Kristo. I'm talking about their belief. Kahit sa libingan ni Hesus Kristo, mga disipulo, walang nagdala ng cross doon sa kapanahonan nila. So, dito pa lang, saan ang tama? Yung tanggalin yung mga bituka, yung atay tanggalin, yung puso tatanggalin, lalagyan ng mga karton diyan, tapos injectionan pa ng i-injection para for preservation. Saan? Itong sisimintuhin, lagyan ng mga ano pa decoration, o ano pa mga bulaklak, o ano pa mga atip dyan, building, compare sa pagkamatay ni Jesus, ayon sa inyong Biblia, at ang pagkamatay ng mga Muslim, ayon sa tradisyon ng mga Muslim mula kay Adam pa, kay Adam, kay Noah, kay Moses, Abraham, at ang mga Muslim ngayon, walang pagkakaiba po ang paglibing, sa taong patay. Dito lang yung makikita mga brother and sister nga ang hari at ang simple nga tagawali sa kalsada pag namatay, siya isang Muslim, pareho po ang kanilang dadatnan. Pareho, walang pagkakaiba. Libingan, yung may na libing doon aapakan, bawal din sa Islam. So, mayaman ka man o mahirap, pag namatay ikaw sa Islamic way of dito naman sa paglinis sa katawan, yung bangkay, paglinis, paano lilinisin. Tingnan nyo mga kapatid, palabas ko sa inyo para at least mayroon kayong eksperyensya. Kung kayo isang Christian, makikita nyo paano inaalagaan ang katawan bago sa ilibing. Kasi ang totoo mga kapatid, kung ikaw ay may pagmamahal sa iyong mahal sa buhay, asawa o anak, ibubuhos mo lahat ng pagmamahal sa panahon na ililibing siya. Doon mo ibubuhos, kumbagang mayroon kang ibibigay sa iyong pagmamahal, doon mo gawin lahat sa panahon ng siya ay bago ilibing at hanggang sa libingan. Yung pagmamahal mo. Dahil ito lang panahon na makikita mo siya. After that, hindi mo na siya makikita. Except sa in the day of judgment. Magkita kayo. Kung sumusunod siya sa batas ng Allah, ikaw rin sumusunod, magkita kayo sa paraiso. Pero kung hindi kayo, isa sa inyo ay hindi sumusunod, magkahiwalay kayo sa araw ng paghuhukom. Ang isa sa impyerno, ang isa sa paraiso. Ito po ating pong panonoodin mga kapatid. Paano po inaasikaso ang patay sa mga Muslim?
To the side that you want to turn him to, turning his arm over, holding his waist and his shoulder blade and pulling him to you. The next step, which is the wudu, the same wudu, entire head, and after the head is cleansed, we're going to turn him to expose his right side, cleaning his entire right part of the body, front and back, and then the entire left side. The last ghusl, the third ghusl, is with water and kafur. Kafur comes in different forms. We're actually using the liquid form, which is a more potent form. About 5-6 drops is more than enough to mix with some water, and we also add itir, utur, some type of good smelling body oil. Once that mixture is done, we're going to do the same exact process. Side over the left side, like in prayer,
This is clothing, and when it comes to clothing, the sunnah is to start with the right side. So we're starting with the right side, and alhamdulillah, by Allah's permission, this is how you keep the awrah covered at all times. And if you pay attention to his arm, making sure that his arm is at his side and it's not, you know, behind him or twisted in any way. And this is a good time to pull out the itir bottle and start wiping it down. There are different ways and methods to perfume a shroud, inshallah. This is the proper way to shroud, which is to pull the shroud all the way up towards the ceiling and bringing it down nice and tight. So now, alhamdulillah, the brother or sister would be able to be placed in the way and in the space and in the area that you wanted them to. This is the third and final shroud. This is going right and then right over, right here, and then the left would come after that. It's also important to tuck under the feet like that. And when finishing off, you want to make sure that you're pulling towards the head and you're pulling towards the feet to make the kafan as tight and as neat as possible. Now we're going to transition and transfer our deceased brothers and sisters from the wash table to the box. So this would be the transition. We place them on a board, we bring his feet about halfway in, and then we just control his weight from the top. We control the weight from the top to make sure he doesn't slide down, and then we force him in all the way close to the edge of the box, making sure that he's in, making sure that his head is cleared, he has space over his head. We turn him to one side and we remove the sliding board. Now the brother or sister is prepared to be viewed by their family or friends, whether it be at the funeral home and or ready to be taken to the masjid for Salatul Janazah. It's extremely important that we remind ourselves of the great virtue and reward of washing and shrouding our deceased Muslim brothers and sisters. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "Whomsoever washes and shrouds his brother and conceals all that he sees," meaning he doesn't expose anything that he has saw in the washing, Allah in return will forgive them 40 times over. And whomsoever shrouds his deceased Muslim brother or sister, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will shroud them Yawm al-Qiyamah with garments from Jannah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us all that reward. Allahumma ameen. Here we see the sisters, mashallah, taking care of the process of handling a washing and shrouding of a female. The washing process for females is the same for brothers. It's the same istinja, it's the same wudu, it's the same washing with water, it's the same washing with water and soap, it's the same washing with water and kafur. The only difference may be when it comes to the separation of the hair, they place it into 3 braids. Now the shroud is of 5 pieces versus the 3 pieces that we had for the brother, which were equally cut pieces of shroud. The sisters have 5 pieces of shroud. 2 long, 1 skirt, izar, 1 kameez, shirt, and 1 hijab. And they prepare it the same way as we prepared before, halfway. So the sisters removing the deceased from the fridge and placing them onto the wash table and preparing them for the ghusl. As you mentioned, the ghusl is the same, but as you see, the sisters they have made the awrah cover much longer and larger to cover the sister more than the brothers would cover ourselves. Rolling the body over and tucking the bag in the middle of the spine, and then rolling up the rest of the body bag into a ball, protecting from any leakage and putting it into the garbage. Once the washing has been done, as we mentioned, the same as the brothers is for the sisters, they're placing the sister on the shroud, making sure that everything is ready, placing the hijab, placing the shirt over, placing the izar over, removing the bag, and the final 2 pieces of shroud. So it's 2 shroud, 1 shirt, 1 lower garment, and the hijab. And they also are tying the ribbons to secure the kafan from becoming loose in transit, whether it be to the masjid or to the cemetery.
Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood. Subhanakallah Allahumma bihamdika Asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.